I always hated protests, all protests. Green, I was like, these lefties protesting for climate rebellion, whatever it's called. Then I went through COVID season and I saw people wanting to protest. And I was like, yeah, BLM are allowed to protest. They're allowed, so they should be allowed to protest. But that was wrong. You can't protest. So the Greens were against lockdown protests in Melbourne. But now they're calling out the Chinese government for in 2022 and 2023 for squashing lockdown protests. That's rank hypocrisy.
Yes.
So now I am for all protests. All. You want to protest against whatever. I'm a Christian, right? You want to protest against Christianity and calling them all idiots? I'm for it. Protest your heart out. So, sorry, I was getting a bit passionate, but
I understand. I appreciate it, and I actually agree with you.
Okay.
I think it's good.
But when you say freedom of speech, you have rules. Yes, but those rules seem to be applied subjectively to whatever your political position is.
Oh, yeah. That's what you're saying. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, okay, there's a discussion to be had there about exactly where the lines are. Like, if you have a protest which is saying, I think we need to start rounding up XYZ ethnicity and, putting them in camps, that should not be able to happen.
Okay.
I'm against that, because that's a line that we have to draw as a society and go, okay, what is acceptable within the political spectrum? Conservatism, socialism, libertarianism, absolutely yes. Fascism, no. You can't do that. And I think that's a criteria of having a free society.
But we're called fascists now.
Yeah, well, that's unfair. That's obviously wrong.
Okay, so you wouldn't agree with that. Because it's not like people say you can't protest. They say, no, you can protest if you're... Like, if I want to go do a Christian protest down for traditional marriage, so anti-gay marriage protest, right? I think that should be allowed. And I think a gay marriage protest should be allowed. It should all be allowed. But no, that's fascist, bigoted and homophobic. They should not allow a pro-traditional marriage protest by the Christians.
It's interesting that you raise this, because I see a lot of the time on the left, there's a knee-jerk reaction toward things that they don't like, and that knee-jerk reaction can often be, it ought to be banned, or it ought to be restricted. And I could not disagree more with that left argument that comes up sometimes.